Good afternoon, everybody. I thought should put together a video about this so that maybe I can help y'all with this problem. But as you can see, I unseated the track on this T-86 Bobcat. It's a very nice Bobcat. It's brand new. We are renting it to do some work with it. And as you can see, the track came unseated, so the teeth came off of the wheel and popped onto the other side of the wheel. And as a result, it is now rubbing on the body of the machine, which is not good. So what you have to do is you have to take a socket set and you have to open up that access panel and you have to take the grease point out, and the grease point out is supposed to make pressure, which puts tension on the track and helps keep it in place. And you just take a very simple trash bag or something and put it in there to help try and catch the grease. Just so you can see, I put the other Bobcat behind it just to hold the tire in place. Nothing fancy. I'm not using it to lift. And I just wanted to reiterate that this just takes a regular socket set to undo, and the bag, as you can see, catches a lot of that grease and it will get pretty messy. So okay, so I was able to tilt the Bobcat back on the wheel there, which sort of helped. It wasn't quite as good as I thought, but it worked pretty well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the crowbar and I'm going to put it back inside between those teeth and try to pull it back and walk it around the wheel, get them back inside of that wheel there. So I feel like I should also mention this. It made it kind of difficult because I had to keep the arms, the pistons there, beneath the door so I could get out and work on this. So you need to be careful to do that so you don't get caught in there. So I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, y'all, so here's what happened. So the tire in the back worked really well. Tipped it up on the front, worked really well. Got the tension off it, that was great. So one video I watched, the guy took his crowbar, he went up along the sidewall here, tried to pry it out and everything. Got up in the tracks, tried to pull it out and everything. Didn't work. I tried it, couldn't work. Guy did it and he said it took him like half an hour. Yeah, I can't do that. It wouldn't work for me. So what we tried, I forgot to mention this earlier, but we've been trying this for a long time. This is not a quick fix. This is something that we fought with earlier this afternoon. And yeah, so we were originally wrapping the chain with this Bobcat, from its little hook up here, and putting it around over the top of the tire and around the bottom of it, or around the tread, and then pulling it that way with this Bobcat and trying to go backwards with this one. I even tried doing the same thing from a standstill, not moving this one, just pulling with that one. Couldn't get it to work. So what did I finally do, right? So after the grease, let out all of its pressure and everything, and the track had slack in it, which you can see right now, I took the chain and I put it over the top of the track and behind this wheel here, the roller. So I'll show you right now, right back in there. So it came around here, looped it, and I pulled it from the top, and that got the teeth of the track on top of the roller. Then I had to come back and do the same thing on this bottom down here through there. And of course I was careful not to get it near the roller. And I mean, the top, it got, like I said, it set on the wheel, and then on the bottom it just slid right in perfect, and then the whole thing was reseated and amazing, right? What I should warn you, this is, from my experience, very hard to do out in a field repair. As you see, it took one tire, which you're probably not going to find, your socket set, which you may have on your truck. For me, it took another Bobcat, the crowbar, which didn't work, and a box of rags, and little plastic grocery bags, which you may or may not have with you. So it was very difficult to do. But when I finally tried the chain, which is of course the last thing I did, it went really well, really fast. And what I was going to warn you about is when the after these tracks get used a little bit, the teeth inside get a little worn and a little bit I don't know what word you'd use for it, but they get worn. And I will tell you, when I was putting the chain through there, I sliced my pinky finger open, and I also cut right there on my thumb, but had to wrap it up because I couldn't find it. So yeah, wear gloves, definitely wear gloves. You see, there's the teeth. They get a little bit worn out and everything, but as you can see, It's all back in place. Now what you have to do, now that I got the HEB bag out of there, you can see in there better. After you take this access pin off, there's that grease point right there. It's right, I'm trying to get right there. So you have to take that off with a ratchet set. That relieves your pressure. And then after you get it all seated back in place, you have to put that grease point back in. And I recommend leaving the bag over the grease point when you do that, so you can screw it on so you don't get your ratchet all messy. Then you have to pump it back up full of grease, which I don't know this for certain because I haven't done it yet because I have to go get the grease gun. But it's probably going to take at least a tube of grease, is my guess. But anyways, I hope this is helpful. Like I said, I did limited research, and it seemed like it was easiest when you had a separate machine from a couple different videos I watched. And one guy did say he was able to get his crowbar up in that wheel and get it to back in place pretty easily. But anyways, if this wasn't helpful, I'm real sorry. But I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and see you in the next one.